So you made a swift decision to make a run for it, but you have a plan. Like you have a vision, like this card says too. King of Wands is all about experience and going after what you want, right? Having that vision is the number one step. You have to have the belief that you can get it or go for it or do what you want, what you're thinking of here. But you also have to have the vision on how you're going to go after it. Now, plans change, but you need a plan. You need some sort of plan to go forward. And this is what you're doing here. You're planning, you have a lot of foresight here, and you've turned your back against some sort of negative past, took what you needed to from it and carried on, right? There was some deceit. There's a lot of mind trickery that you left, right? But in order to get away from tricky people, you have to almost out-trick them. And you have to think like them, unfortunately, in order to get away, right? But there were a lot of people that were playing mind games, and you had to outsmart all of them. You did. And now you have some victory here. But this all came in swift time for you. You did this almost. Another tactic would be to come out of nowhere and do something, right? Like there's no one suspecting you of leaving, no one suspecting you of outsmarting them, right? Sometimes when you make people think that you're dumb or and you're really not, right? And people have their own projections on you thinking that, oh, she looks a certain way or he looks a certain way, he must be stupid, right? And then they project that onto you, and they almost undermine you with everything. They don't have any expectations of you. They just think that you're a certain way, and they believe their own, thoughts, basically, without having any evidence of such. So sometimes that could come into your advantage, even though it seems really unfair, which it is. It's prejudice, right? Just basing something on someone's looks, but it's the way of the world, especially if you are attractive in some sort of, maybe a slightly more attractive than the norm, even. People think that you're automatically stupid because you can ride on people, on your looks alone. So when people do that, you can almost hide under the radar sometimes because people don't suspect you of being a certain way. They don't think that you're a threat, right? They kind of write you off. So I'm kind of getting that for some reason. But even if it's not that scenario of people thinking you're a certain way, you had to outsmart a bunch of people here, right? With this Seven of Swords, there's a lot of lies, deceit, trickery going on, but you had the foresight to get out of it, but you had a plan. If you have the belief already, you need a plan just to get going. And then once you're on the road and things change, then you can change your plan accordingly if you need to. But I see you getting recognition now because you stepped out of the muck. When you step away from a group of negative people, it's so freeing, and you could finally relax into yourself and your life again without having to constantly worry and be hypervigilant about people getting in your way, people playing games with you, people being aggressive with you, passive aggressive with you, just trying to trip you up all the time. It's unnecessary drama. It's unnecessary attention, right? They're literally stealing your attention away from where you want to go, how you want to live, and how you want to be happy. So in order for narcissists usually, or people that have some sort of darkness to them, they can't find it themselves, so they try to take it away from other people. So they'll distract you in every way possible to get a reaction out of you. So your attention span is on these people because they need attention. And you're not looking into the future for yourself. Now you're not looking into what makes you happy. Now you're not planning and having the space to, because you're constantly involved with negative people. So once you step away from people like that, you finally find the freedom of thought, being able to meditate safely without being interrupted by people constantly. Having that peace of mind is important, and it's healthy. So you had the foresight to do this, and you did it swiftly, right? And it worked for you. So congrats.